Hey everyone, welcome to the mat today as we start with alternate nostril breathing. Taking your pointer finger and middle finger and placing it at your third eye, and then blocking off one side with your thumb of the nostril, breathing in the alternate side, and then releasing the thumb as you block off the other nostril with your ring finger and pinky as you exhale, and then inhale through that same nostril, blocking it off with the thumb, and then releasing the ring finger and pinky as you blow out the other nostril, and then going at your own pace, repeating this pattern, slowing it down, controlling it, and taking note of how you feel. Is one nostril blocked more than the other? Have you got a visual of the air going up and around the brain and out the other side? This is such a beautiful practice to help you calm the mind, reduce stress and anxiety, improve coordination, improve alertness. As we take our breath back to normal breathing now. Gently resting the hands on the knees and leaning forward, pulling the chest as we drop the head, and then exhaling as we curve the spine towards the back of the room. Inhaling as we pull the body forward, taking the neck back, the head back, and then exhaling, dropping the chin to chest, curving the spine one more time, coming forward, and then exhaling as we look down. Bringing the right knee over the left, hugging the right knee into the chest with the left arm, and taking our gaze and our body towards the right. Sitting nice and tall on our left glute. And then changing legs, hugging the left knee into the chest with the right arm, twisting the body around to the left. One more deep breath. And then unraveling the legs, bringing the left leg out straight, right leg is tucked in towards the pelvis, reaching for the toes and gently placing the right hand on top of the left arm, Dropping the head between the biceps and breathing deeply, letting go of any resistance you're feeling with this stretch and just going with the flow rather than remaining tense. Changing legs, right leg goes long, left leg tucks in. Reaching for the toes and bringing the left hand on top of the right arm. Feeling that beautiful warming sensation going down the back of the right leg as we pull the toes back towards the head. Bringing the palms, or I should say the soles of the feet together. Coming into butterfly pose, straightening the arms, pushing the knees towards the mat. And pushing up straight into a forward fold. Legs about shoulder width apart. Arms are hugging around the back of the legs. And then placing the hands underneath the soles of the feet. And then straightening, or trying to straighten the legs. Gently rolling up to a standing position. Sitting down into a seated pose. Chair pose, I should say, as if you're sitting in a chair. Bringing hands to our heart center. Feeling the legs starting to burn. Rising. Lowering again. Arms out in front. Hands to heart center. Rising one more time. Sinking down into chair pose. Maybe trying to get a little bit deeper. Hands together at heart center. Standing tall. Taking the feet out a little bit wider and then dropping into our yogic squat. We've been working a lot on our yogic squat over the last few months. Just going to hold this one for quite a bit of time. And I don't know about you, but it's definitely helped my functionality and mobility. Just making sure you're breathing. keeping that sense of calmness. Placing the hands in front as we take the right leg to the side of the mat, and then walking the hands over so that we're bending the left leg this time, right leg straight, back to the middle, over to the right leg, right side, left leg straight. So we're working on the inside of the thigh with this pose. Just forward folding with both legs straight. Fingertips are making contact with the floor, or you can grab your elbows or grab your shins. And then gently rising and coming in for a side lunge on the right hand side. Arms are stretch out in front, back to the middle, and then lunging over to the left. We're going to repeat this. Over to the right side. Back to the middle, over to the left. Hands on our hips now as we walk the feet in a little bit closer. Well, so they're touching. Coming into Tadasana. You can either have your feet together or you can have them shoulder width apart. We want to concentrate on embracing the core and pulling the shoulders away from the ears, turning the thighs inward, squeezing the glutes. Then maybe closing down the eyes if you want to take away one of the senses. And then coming into tree pose as we bring our left foot to the inside of our right thigh, raising the arms above head, palms together. Just making sure you're focusing on something in the distance that's not moving. Bringing your hands to your heart center. And then releasing the left leg, bringing the left knee forward. And then gently placing it back on the mat as we bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Big deep breath in as we take our arms overhead, palms together. Staying steady. And then bringing the hands to our heart center. Pausing. And then releasing the right foot and bringing the right knee to the front. And then planting the right foot back down next to the left. Standing in Tadasana. Big deep breath in, and then forward folding over the legs. Maybe hugging the legs, pulling them closer to the chest. Placing the hands on the earth and then slowly lowering the bottom to the mat, swiveling around, and then folding the right leg underneath itself. Left leg is folded in towards the pelvis, and we're leaning back to stretch the thigh of the right leg. Now, if you want to, you can maintain this pose, or you can come down onto your back if you want a deeper stretch. Just make sure you can safely get out of the pose. Pressing up, changing sides, folding the left leg next to itself, right leg's tucked in, and we're leaning back on our elbows. Breathing deeply. And then gently pressing up. Taking both legs out on a 45-degree angle, sitting tall, inhaling, and then on the exhale, reaching for the toes. Going down as far as you can. And then each exhale, trying to get a little bit lower with the body. Okay, bending the legs this time, and then stretching a little bit further. Feeling the stretch in a different part of the muscle. Coming onto our right side, pushing up through the right elbow and right knee. Squeezing the butt as tight as you can at the back. And just gently resting your left arm on your hip. Coming over to the other side. Again, planting down through the left elbow, squeezing the glutes, and pushing those hips as high as you can get them. Okay, gently releasing now. Coming down onto our back and squeezing the left knee in towards the chest. Holding it for a moment. And then we're just going to change the angle. So taking the knee out towards the armpit. And then taking it in towards the center of the body. Changing to the right knee now, hugging it in, breathing. And then we're going to take it out on an angle towards the armpit. And then bringing it across the body. Placing the right ankle over the left knee now and lifting the hips into a one-legged bridge. A one-legged bridge that meets a reverse pigeon. Squeezing the glutes again. Left ankle on right knee this time, pressing up through the right foot. And releasing. And then pressing both feet towards the earth as we lift the hips and squeeze the glutes. And gently lowering back to the floor. Taking the legs long now as we come into Savasana. We're going to be here for about 4 minutes, so if you want to stay a little bit longer, feel free to turn the video off and play some calming music if you like. Otherwise, stick around as you fall into a deep, relaxive state. And I will bring you out the other side. Making some subtle movements now. Maybe stretching the body, stretching the arms, and then rolling over to one side. And then gently pressing up into a seated pose position. And then bringing hands to our third eye. May I have kind and loving thoughts today as we lower our hands to our mouth. May we speak kind and loving words today as we lower our hands to our heart. May we have kind and loving intentions today. Go out there and find things that bring you joy. Namaste.